3 secrets about probiotics for women. Welcome to Gut Feelings, the channel to help women heal their digestion naturally. My name is Peggy Schirmer from peggyschirmer.com, and today's theme is the 3 secrets, the best secrets about probiotics for women. We're going to talk about 3 things. First, I'm going to share with you why most of the probiotics that we take actually do not work and don't really support our body long term. And second, the best probiotic that I've found that actually works and why it works. I'm going to tell you that, and I'm going to show you which one I recommend. And the third part is going to be really a secret sharing from a very new way of seeing probiotics. And we're going to talk about how you can actually, from a very inexpensive source, get your good probiotics that are even more powerful than anything you can get in a bottle or in a box as a tablet or as a liquid. So stay tuned until the end. Let's get started. Why most probiotics actually are inefficient and don't really get you the results that you're looking for. If you are eating things like sauerkraut, kimchi, fermented foods, or kombucha tea, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not going to harm your body, so don't worry. But there are things that you need to know, especially if you're supplementing probiotics, that you're just going to throw out the money out of the window. Yeah, I don't want you to do that, and that's why this video is for. So why do most of the probiotics don't work? It's very simple actually. The body has natural barriers in your system, especially in your gut, because that's where you eat the food and where the exterior world has contact with the most sensitive parts of your body. Yeah, your intestine is very sensitive. So these barriers are in your stomach. They start in your mouth actually. Then they are in your stomach through the stomach acid, the HCl, makes it very acid, the food. And then the opposite happens in the small intestines, where the whole food mass gets alkaline, very highly alkaline, yeah, which really gives the rest to all the bacteria and viruses that are not yet dead. So the problem with these soil-borne probiotics is that these are the ones that you normally get through the health store and the tablets that you take, is that they're not strong enough. They basically don't survive long enough to get to one very specific point in your gut, which we're going to talk about now, because that's probably new for you. It was definitely new for me when I heard that the first time, and I'm a health practitioner, I studied medicine, and I never heard that before. There is actually one spot in your entire body where all the good bacteria, all the good probiotics, where they get rebuilt and where they restore themselves. It's a very small part. If you imagine your gut is several meters long, and this is just a very small part. This is like the fabric, yeah, where all the good bacteria are harnessing, and from there they spread throughout the gut and help your body to improve your digestion and just your overall immunity as well. Do you have any idea where this special spot in your body is? Well, it's called the ileum. So you have your stomach, then you have your small intestines, and you have your large intestines, and then you have the after where the stool is excreted. This tiny spot from the ileum is the end part of the small intestine. Yeah, your small intestine is very long. Yeah, we have the stomach, the small intestines, the large intestines, and just in the end part, there's this tiny spot from the ileum where all the good gut bacteria gets harnessed. Yeah, where it's kind of the base camp, so to say. So now, and here's just making the first point very short, why most probiotics that you get over the counter, normal thing that you take, why they don't work is because they never arrive there. Yeah, because of the barriers from the body, it's highly unlikely that they manage even to get over the stomach acid, and then this alkalining process in the beginning of the small intestine, which is already still meters away from where they actually need to arrive to. If we want to restore our body and really build up the good bacteria, then we need to really help this spot in your body, this end part of the ileum of the small intestine, to rebuild itself and to nourish and to flourish with the good gut bacteria. So they need to arrive there. If not, all the probiotics that you take, they just do a bit of effect here, and then they do a bit of effect maybe not in the beginning of the small intestines, but over long term nothing really changes. So this is where the second part comes into place. One of the rare probiotics that I've found that actually work. So there are two. I'm going to give you two just because if you live in the US, you can't access the ones that are in Europe, and if you are in Europe, you can't access the one that is in US. So I'm going to give you two. They're both very different, but they both are really recommendable, and I have personal experience with them. I recommend them to my clients. So make sure you try them out if you don't know them already. The first one, this is for people in Europe, is called Mutaflor. This is a very interesting type of probiotic. It's almost not really a probiotic. It's made from a non-pathological Escherichia coli strain, and it's produced in Germany. So you can't really get it in the US. I'm sorry for that. I tried several ways to ship that over there, but somehow it doesn't work. The reason why Mutaflor is so interesting is because, first of all, it gets through the stomach acid. It really arrives in the small intestines and also in the end parts. It's feeding the good bacteria and it arrives there. So the reason why this is such an interesting discovery is because what this bacteria actually does is very unique. When it arrives in the stomach, in the small intestine, it actually destroys the bad bacteria. And then it feeds with the things that have destroyed the bacteria from, it feeds the good bacteria. If you, for example, have these classical probiotics that you get through kimchi or through sauerkraut, these probiotics, they're real probiotics. Yeah, so if they would arrive in the end, they would actually just really feed the good bacteria and are good bacteria by themselves. So what Mutaflor actually does is that it destroys the bad bacteria and then it pushes the good bacteria, it helps them to replenish themselves. Very interesting, it's highly effective, and the good thing about that is also that it has very, very good results with all kinds of chronic digestive issues, like Crohn's disease, talk about colitis ulcerosa. We're talking about small intestinal overgrowth, bacterial overgrowth, even pathogens like H. pylori. Is also very, very prominent in our digestive system. Even against this, it's very effective. So for the Europe crowd watching, I highly recommend Mutaflor. There's a link down below where you can find the supplement. If you are US based, the other really, really awesome probiotic that I found that I recommend for you that you can get in the US that Europe can't get right now, they don't ship it there, is from Enzymedica. It's called Probio. The reason why I recommend that is because of most of the probiotics that you get, they are so contaminated with filling. Even in liquids, they put alcohol in there. There are GMO problems. So it's often they are much more loaded with toxins and with stuff that is not good for your body, for your liver, clogs up your liver, then helps. And this one is really, this is like a very, very pure probiotic. That's just one reason. But the second reason, as it gets through the stomach acid, it arrives there, has a very good combination of selected probiotics that are highly effective, and I recommend that. I had very good results with my clients with this product. Let me know if you test that out, what your experience is. You can also look at the customer reviews. They are very, very good. Now that we talked about these two ways of paying for probiotics, I also want to give you the third secret for helping your good gut bacteria. And this is something that is probably completely new for you. So you gotta just relax, take a seat. It's actually mind-blowing. And the reason why it's so mind-blowing is because it's much more effective than the probiotics that you can buy. Apart from the two ones that I recommend, they are really working. It's super low cost and it's natural. It's completely natural. It comes from whole foods. It's not like a supplement or anything like that. So let's look into the third secret about probiotics for women. If you eat something that grows above the earth, so we're talking about an apple, we're talking about kale, spinach, whatever you can find, fruits where you eat the peel, it's awesome. It's awesome if you eat them raw and if they are organic. So the reason why they need to be organic is because you need to eat them unwashed. If you take an apple, for example, my favorite example because it's easy to get, it's cheap, yeah, best way. On the surface of this apple, there's a very thin film of what we call elevated biotics. So these biotics, they are very, very different from the probiotics that you get in your tablets, in your health supplements, or that you get from soil-borne probiotics. The reason why they are so different is because they are ultra powerful. If you imagine one of the elevated biotics and then you imagine thousands of the normal usual probiotics, this is how powerful they are. So why are they so powerful? Everything that grows above ground is exposed to sun, is exposed to rain, it's exposed to heat, it's exposed to cold. Yeah, they need to survive there, and they also protect the fruit from getting damaged. Yeah, so they're really very protective. They're very, very strong, elevated biotics. Fruits and vegetables that are several months exposed to sun, to rain, to temperature differences, then this bacterial film builds around the fruit or the vegetable. So the best way to eat that, and the only way to really get the benefits, is it needs to be raw. You need to eat it raw. Everything, if you can kill them through heat, yeah, so you don't want that. You can't wash the vegetable or the fruit. That's why it needs to be organic. Yeah, it needs to be organic, it needs to be from a place where you either know the farmer or you know that's a very good source where you trust that they don't put any pesticides or anything like that. The reason why they are actually working is because they are strong enough to get through all the barriers in your digestive system. They get through the stomach acid, they get through the alkalining process of the small intestine, and they arrive in the end of the small intestine, the ileum, and really nurture the good gut bacteria there to nest and to rebuild itself and rebuild its strength. Before we end, I give you an awesome tip how to get these elevated biotics if you don't have a garden near, if you can't get to a market, for whatever reason it's winter and where you live there are no produce that live above ground. The best way what you can do is using sprouts, living micro gardens. This is how I call them because that's what they are. They're not only rich in minerals and vitamins and have a lot of protein, but they build these elevated microorganisms. It would be still better, yeah, because it's a difference between if an apple is there out for 4 months in sun and cold and rain. It would be still good if you can eat them, yeah, but if it's winter for you and you don't have any other options, doing sprouts, yeah, growing these micro gardens with broccoli sprouts, for example, alfalfa really fast, sunflower is great, lentil sprouts are awesome. Yeah, do your pick. Sunflower and alfalfa sprouts is like 2 days, very, very quickly, and you have these elevated biotics already at your fingertips. This was the 3 secrets about probiotics for women. I'm gonna repeat them for you. So first, we have why probiotics actually don't work is because they are not strong enough. They don't go through the barriers of your body. Even sauerkraut and kimchi and stuff like that, they don't have lasting results. They're not bad for your body, but they're just weak. Second, I shared with you 2 probiotics that actually work, that help your body and get to the end part of the small intestine and really rebuild the base camp of the probiotics. They're Mutaflor or enzymatic probio. And the third part I shared with you how you can actually grow your own living microgardens and really grow your own probiotics through sprouts, or even better if you get organic, raw, unwashed vegetables and fruits that were exposed to the sun and exposed to the wind, where you eat the microbiotic film, elevated biotic film that really builds up around this fruit, protects the fruit and is so strong, very rich in good probiotics for your body and helps to build up your immune system and improves your digestion. If you like this video, I'm happy if you give it a thumbs up, and if you know any other secrets about probiotics, I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments below what best works for you. Have a lovely day. All the best to you. Bye bye.